Hello and welcome to the Wednesday edition of The Box Seat. I'm Mark Warwood. 8 races at Ascot as we build into the TABtouch Masters. We're expecting a sunny day, 26 degrees Celsius, the track to be a good 4 and the rail to be in the 14-metre position. Race number 1 at Ascot on Wednesday will jump at 1:24. It's the Glenroy Chaff Handicap over 1,400 metres. We're going to take a look at Dawn Armada in the replay.
About 5 or 6 lengths from Lady Cosmology, and Harvey's gone for home. Lady Cosmology from Flirtini. They've booted 3 in front from Chapita, leading girl. Further back in the field is Arcadia Queen. Down to the 150, Lady Cosmology. She's holding Flirtini. Down the outside, Arcadia Queen, but Lady Cosmology, she's too good. She wins, leading all the way in the Burgess Queen.
Thought that was an okay performance by Dawn Armada in what was a listed race. The Burgess Queen Stakes takes a step down in grade here. 2 starts ago at Bunbury won a Class 1, beating Distant Trilogy that's run well subsequently by a long neck. She didn't have too much luck in the replay race. And I think Dawn Armada here, back to Wednesday grade, goes on top. From number 6, Magical Charge, had the blinkers on last start when leading all the way to win an Ascot maiden for Patrick Carberry. He stays in the saddle for the Simon Miller Galloper. Number 2, Plain Marika's done nothing wrong thus far. Won at Northern on debut, beating Over There, and then beat the Miller Galloper Soy Tan Rapido here at Ascot at the end of October. Gets barrier numbers 1 as well, but this is a horse that will generally go back rather than go forward. And then number 3, Archant, laid out in the straight when last time out. That was when placing second in a Bunbury maiden. Top selection here in race number 1. I'm going to go with number 1, Dawn Armada, to beat 6, Magical Charge, 2, Plain Marika, and 3, Archant. Race number 2 at Ascot on Wednesday will jump at 1:59. It's the C Corp maiden over 1,400 metres. In replay, let's take a look at the last start second, A Fair Ado.
Gives the favourites head. It races 2 in front. Magical Charge from Fair Ado sticking on. Pond Zero runs to 3rd. Down the outside, Hidden Addiction making ground. 150 left to travel though. Magical Charge still leads the way from Fair Ado in no danger. And Magical Charge is going to do it from barrier to box. Magical Charge beat Fair Ado. I
think the replay race is the key form reference here. My top 2 selections both come out of it, and my top selection is number 9, Fair Ado. Has posted consecutive seconds behind the likes of the Fugazi and Magical Charge since resuming. Gets another gear change here for the Harveys and Jason Brown. And Jason Brown rode this horse 2 starts ago when it was beaten at Bunbury in a maiden. Goes on top from number 7, Hidden Addiction. Gets one of the sticky gates here for Colin Webster and Troy Turner. Was 2.5 lengths behind Magical Charge in that replay race. I do think can improve here. Was really good late, having had to go back from its gate. Number 10, Over There, comes out of that same race won by Magical Charge. Was 5 lengths behind Magical Charge and therefore 3 3/4 behind Over There. Hard to see it turning the tables on my top selection, but certainly a play chance. And then number 5, Jungle Bunch. Susan Olive trains from Goldfront Thoroughbreds, and Ryan Hill is the rider here. He rode it last start at Northern, has placed in a couple of maidens at Northern since resuming, and also placed in the maiden at Northern before going for a spell. Top selection in race number 2, going to go with number 9, Fair Ado, to beat 7, Hidden Addiction, 10, Over There, and 5, Jungle Brunch. Race number 3 at Ascot on Wednesday will jump at 2:39. It's the Mrs. Max Handicap over the sprint trip of 1,000 metres. A fast sprinter is Just a Fluke. Let's have a look at the last start.
Venus, Sally's Realm, about 6 off the pace. Here's Night Voyage letting go with a big run down the outside. Inside the 200, Night Voyage has swept up the Just a Fluke, Secret Assault, Nicotrice. Cheston Flyers with an inside run as well. Sally's Realm can't win. It's Night Voyage in front. Cheston Flyer trying to come through. Night Voyage is clear from Cheston Flyer, Sally's Realm, and Night Voyage raced away to win brilliantly from Cheston.
Just a Fluke looks like he gets a good opportunity to win his 4th race on Wednesday. He was a late scratching on opening day at Ascot behind the gates, but he has been freshened since then, and he meets Keeper's Tail here. I think he's one of the main dangers. Better at the weights than when he beat her over course and distance earlier in the year. Gets Taylor Stone in the saddle, claims 1.5. Expect Just a Fluke to go to the front and be really hard to run down with the rail being out 14 metres. Top selection. Number 4 is Keeper's Tail. I've got that in for second here. First up off the 1 trial behind Royal Planet at Belmont Park. I think first up is the key here for Keeper's Tail. Hasn't won first up, but most of its good speed ratings have been when fresh. And I go back to that reference with Just a Fluke last campaign. Down the bottom is number 10, Cryptid Love, another one that's first up off a trial. This one at Larkhill for David Harrison and Joey Azzopardi. Has some reasonably good form from last campaign. He's a 3-year-old now taking on the older horses, but could certainly make a case for her on the numbers. And then number 5, Princess Zelda, last start winner at Bunbury on Melbourne Cup Day. Beat Cool Serenity there. Tom Widdowson brings the horse up. Glenn Smith keeps the ride. Top selection in race number 3. Going with number 3 here, Just a Fluke, to beat 4, Keeper's Tale, 10, Cryptid Love and 5, Princess Zelda. Race number 4 at Ascot on Wednesday will jump at 3:15. It's the Tab Touch Better Your Bet handicap over 1,600 metres. In replay, we're just going to go back to Saturday and the run of This Away.
By 4, Kimbo's Girl, Rising Sea sets after that leader. Lord Ludlow, followed by Fingermark, Crystal Valley, Royal Command still well back, nearing the 150 though, and he's got the whip on the leader. It's Spillanova still clear from Rising Sea, Kimbo's Girl. They won't get to Spillanova, and Spillanova's going to run them into the ground. Spillanova from Rising Sea, Kimbo's...
This Away was blocked for a run in the latter stages of that race on Saturday. It was won by Spillanova. Good ride by Jason Brown, set a really solid tempo, just on the benchmark, both to the 600 and home, and he eased Spillanova down in the latter stages. I think that horse will go on and win some more races. But This Away, he's a bit of a specialist at Ascot, certainly over the 1,400 metres, but I do like him stepping up to 1,600 here off the quick turnaround 4-day break, and he goes on top back in midweek grade. From number 4, Deception Game, hasn't really run an overall good speed figure yet, this horse trained by Adam Durant, but a lot of his runs have been out of the city area, and those at Belmont have just been, unfortunately, slowly run races. But he comes home like a good horse. He has won 3 in a row before he went to Bunbury last start on the 1st of November and only got beaten a short neck, so willing to give him the benefit of the doubt. Number 11, Bucktoria, down the bottom there, trained by Robin Lockwood, was 3rd behind Royal Statue in a decent race on Melbourne Cup Day. Royal Statue is certainly better than midweek grade. And then number 6, Nicone's Boy, did win on Melbourne Cup Day, did beat Mouquet by a head. I do think this is probably his level, Class 3. He's been a bit hard done by throughout the winter season at Belmont, but he finally got his just desserts on the first Tuesday in November. Top selection in race number 4, going with a quick backup here. Number 1, This Away, to beat 4, Deception Game, 11, Bucktorio and 6, Nicone's Boy.